The Black Wagon in... Oh, Kilman. Oh, I'm going to talk to him in a minute. But first, we must read the rights. So we have several... Oh my gosh. The game just gave me so much. It was like, hey, you liked what was happening before? How about we give you some more? And I'm like, sure. Okay. We're gonna read this. How many nations did I scour in the name of solemn MURR? How many countries fell before our spears and blades? Such questions mattered less to me with every passing victory. Our legions swelled across the land, and our dominion grew. The Emperor Solemn MURR paid all this little heed. He only tended to his personal affairs. Our legions relished the autonomy. We did not know that the Emperor cared nothing for his legions nor his people. He cared only for that which was before him. One day he learned of such a thing as to befit his name, and vowed to seek it out. Next page. I knew it was a fool's errand, but my liege, he would not listen. He instead insisted to pursue a certain treasure, the celestial orb, freshly fallen from the heavens in the reaches of the downside. He would be a living legend, if only he could grasp it, whisper in his ear that Calum Rope Collar, his elder and most trusted aide, would that I slew that man myself. He was a simple yet brilliant ruse to draw the Emperor further still from his responsibilities and towards his greed. Thus did the Emperor begin an expedition into the Forsaken Lands. He insisted that he go himself. It was not long before the empire began to crumble. With my liege gone, his own country quickly turned upon itself. I must admit that this collapse had started long before the Emperor's disappearance. His decision to give chase after a myth but hastened the inevitable. All the while, the rope collar stood by, awaiting such a time that he could rule in my liege's stead. He would be our people's savior. His first charge was to organize a search for the missing solemn MURR. Warriors, pathfinders, and scholars heard the call and prepared to seek him out. The Emperor Solemn MURR knew not of this, of course. His expedition yielded not the treasure he desired, but brought him closer to his country than he had ever been before. As he traveled down the river Sclarian in pursuit of greed, he found instead an inkling of shame. He saw the sunken faces of his people, heard the words for him. In time, he could not ignore it, and it proved more than he could bear. The river finally claimed him, his belongings, and his retinue. Once the people heard, I understand, they cried with joy. Perhaps he ought to have perished, but the mercy shown to him, I think, is what transformed him. My emperor lay there bleeding and alone, stranded in a bitter land beyond the river. With fleeting consciousness, he understood the folly of his quest, and the folly of his rule over his country. Thus, he did await the last embrace. It was the imp Haoub that nursed him back to health and warned him often of the dangers he would have to face. Many enemies of MURR would come in search of him, some underemployment by the rope collar, some longing openly for cold, uncomplicated vengeance. I was one of them. I plunged into the river willingly. We needed to be sure that he was dead. Ooh, this is interesting. Emperor MURR. Scarcely could I recognize him when at first I found him. A half-starved animal, horns sprouted from his head, a bestial mirror of his blackened reputation. And I, a man who conquered countries, feared my emperor then in such a way as I had never known. My charge had been to slay this man, but when I discovered him, he was already fighting for his life. The little imp Haoub proved of little help against the Sisters of the Ark, whose entire lives were culminating in this instance. I was unable to watch. My heart ached with such pity for the man, and for the love I felt for him when I had served him, that I sprang to his defense. We're just working our way through this book. The imp Haoub and I, we helped to save my emperor, and when the danger did subside, my emperor Solemn MURR, he said something to me which shook me to the essence of my being. He said, "You gave your freedom, Master whatever that name is, so that I may yet have mine. You, too, now are an exile of the downside. In all the days which I have left, I never could repay the mercy you have shown to me. So, if I cannot do so in this life, then I shall do it in the next. We crossed the land together, and together with the imp, we gained the company of those who saw in him what I did. Did I? Okay, no. So now that was that chapter. So that's the end of that chapter. How many pages are in this one? It looks like just one. Once I, too, roamed free. I remember well in those days in which I was called chief. I traveled all the world over on 4 good paws, and I was well adored. I wanted to grow stronger. Here, at last, I have. I shall not mince my words. This place I shall either harden you or kill you. It shan't haunt you with old memories. You share the exile's plight. My charge is to alleviate the sting of it for you a little bit, and to prolong your stay, but only for as long as needed. Your charge is to return. We call the place the downside for a reason, but in time, here you can learn to eat, to seek out shelter, and to find certain beauty in unlikely places. And we have all these other chapters. So this is observations and ruminations on surviving in the downside. This is concerning the races and ethnic groups displaced to the indigenous and indigenous. Okay, I see. And there's several pages in here. How many pages? Several. There's 3 pages in here. Years upon, we should probably just move on and go do the right? I think that should be it. Let's finish this chapter and then we'll move on. Years upon long years, we spent distilling life essence from many things, which all once writhed under the auspices of their mortality, which we ourselves cut short. In this we have no regrets, for we learned much, and so we think they. This is written weird. We earned the title Witch, and were forced to flee to the downside. Here, we encountered Solemn MURR, and soon we gained an understanding of each other. He bade us circumnavigate these lands and catalog our findings. We felt a strong desire to expose the secrets of this land. He wished to yield benefit to those who followed in our wake. Indulge us both then. Okay. One more page after this. The downside is connected to our realm via a single artery, the river named for our prestigious sap colleague, Lou Scalarin. That river gushes into seemingly nothingness. Interesting. That seeming nothingness turns out, of course, to be the downside. Its existence undermines thousands of years of thought about the composition of our world. The downside's southern edge, we call the Sandfolds, is a desecrate wasteland, speaking well to this land's lack of hospitality. Here, the strength of many who survive a river journey finally fails. If only they could clamber further north, where lies the verdant downside prairie, a better place to perish, to be sure. And final page. Gaining the summit of the sacred mountain, Melodiel involved no small amount of sacrifice and sorcery in varying proportion. The mountain's energies were palpable, the sensation that we felt indescribable. The lands that we stood upon were closer to the stars than the world we knew. It was upon the highest point in all the downside that we first made efforts to concoct this tome, which you now read. It was there that we were stricken with a vision of the cycle of the rites and felt together for the first a sense of freedom unlike any we've experienced before. But that is a subject which our comrades shall illuminate in greater detail. And that's the end of that chapter. We will come back to that. Is that glowing for me? 1 scribe trial available. Oh no. Those are difficult. Sir Gilman is shivering there after the black wagons maiden forage through the skies. My master reader, this knight is very, very slightly out of sorts, it is all. He merely appears terrified, but he assures you that his seeming cowardice is but an optical illusion in this case. Pamitha overhears and joins you. Flying's not for everyone, Sir Knight. This knight heartily concurs. Though, how anyone can stand it is yet to understand. Oh, sorry, Pamitha. Well, let's see what it's like to swim the waters of the Sea Dominion. Ah, those glorious murky waters, engulfed in hideous warfare, to be sure. But otherwise a joy to cut across, to feel the coolness of the waves beneath one's gill slits, and the like. Though this knight is now accustomed to his life above the surface. Flying's just the same, Sir Knight. It resists those of us who are not born to it. I, in turn, have wondered what your seas are like, but the thought of swimming fills me with disgust. Though I haven't had to swim, and you know how to fly, that's very brave of you, and you handled it better than some harp fledglings I've met in my day. You'll get used to it. She departs, but you see Sir Gilman is feeling better after the exchange. Sir Gilman gained +1 hope for the next right. Yay, Gilman! There for them. Oh, a little conversation between the two. Okay, so, common room, your fellow exiles, living quarters, functional, but little else. Oh, wait, no, that's not what I'm trying to look at. What's this? Because this was glowing. This is glowing. Those are my wings. Okay. I received 1 down berry. Oh, from the berry bush. I got a bush. I got a berry bush. Not like that, you sicko. Waking wood wisps. Just stop tapping on things. All right, let's do the scribe trial. You have returned, have you? What is it you require? Scribe trial. Very well. Let us consider who among these idiots is worth my limitless time. I like her. Ray's time to shine. Heck yeah. You asked Sandra to administer one of her special rites, or special trials for Ray. I must admit, I do sense something from that one. I once had a wild heart myself, quite like her own. We shall see if there is more to her than that. Let's bring her forth. Soon Ray arrives in heat of the summons. The scribes, I think that if I listen carefully, that I can hear them calling to me. We'll see. You're probably going to get wrecked over and over. Although Ray is one of my favorite ones to play with, so I think she'll do well here. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Oh my gosh, we're fighting her. Listen well, girl. This place where you reside at present has but a single rule, which is you answer to me here. Wow. Okay, I will. Such naive enthusiasm. Now, be silent. It's plain to me that you have much to learn as yet about the rites, but you have learned something, and I would see you prove it, without the benefit of anyone, save for your reader. Okay. Are you out there to help me with this, mister? I am, Ray. We got this, girl. It's cheating. Are those Rowsdowers? Are those Rowsdowers? Okay. Huh? Okay. Now she's gonna wait. Gotcha. Whoa, hey there. Oh, that's difficult. Oh, they're quick. Okay. Now we got this. I just gotta jump. Easy peasy. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be hard. I can already tell. They're dodgy. No, nothing. Oh, come on. They got such big circles. This is gonna be difficult. I can do it. I could avoid them, but they're fast. So I have to take 1 or 2 of them out. That's the thing. Just like that. Okay. That felt good. That was better. I'm really gonna, oh gosh. I'm gonna really need to nail the power shots, because if I can't, I'm not gonna do this. So it's like, okay, I'm starting to get the timing on it. The only way to win this, so I just have to dunk 1 more time, but the only way to win this is to be aggressive. And just take him out. Oh my gosh. I tried to go back the other way. The momentum really gets you sometimes. Gotcha. Nope. Oh, I tried to jump. I hit B instead of X. Okay, got him. Okay, the power shot helped there. Oh my gosh, so big. We took each other out though. Don't take that out of context, by the way. You sickos. Ah. Oh, come on. This is so hard. Why are they so fast? It's no fair. Got it. Okay. Okay. We just got to run. I think we did it. Whew. That was hard. That was hard. I don't even feel like I played that well. I just got lucky on some occasions. Okay. How did I do? How did I do? I must admit, you did better than I expected, girl. You've passed the trial of yours. So, congratulations are in order. To you, and also to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. Oh, she thinks I'm lovely. Oh, my. Well, she's pretty cool herself. That was hard. Like I said, I don't feel like I played particularly well there. I feel like I just managed to play luckily. Oh, what's that crystal? Did I imagine all of that, mister? Because I hope I didn't. Wow. What is that you have there? Ooh. A rank 20 legendary talisman. After Ray casts her aura, it can bounce off of objects and solid surfaces. That is so good. It exhibits a flagrant disregard for natural law, thus providing light entertainment. Yep. Light entertainment indeed. Oh, this is hard to do. Okay, we're gonna switch to the map. Oh, way to go. Baby, come back. Oh no, I was gonna have fun with it. Aww. Alright, Ray. Your talisman's cool and all, because it's rank 12. 4 quickness is great. We're switching her out. And what do we got here? So we got Ruki's, which is lingering auras. We have his, which is it's greater and gets infinite stamina on hit for 2 seconds. That's pretty good. Which one did he have? The bearer has a chance to return immediately after being banished by an adversary. Okay. Gilman's is raise the bearer's maximum range. Okay, so we're actually going to switch this out because I think the quickness on him might be very, very good. Okay, back up. We have many to read, or many more things to read, but let's search for valuables. You and Sir Gilman spend much of the rest of the day searching through the rolling hills of the blooming pool until at last you find something of value. So it would seem at least, as neither of you nor Sir Gilman can tell exactly what it is, for the object is beyond your grasp. You consider methods to retrieve it. Let's go for it. After toiling away together for some time, at least you find the object that you sought within your grasp. At last, rather. You and Sir Gilman take a moment to examine it. Prayer parchment. Oh, okay. 72 gold. That's not bad. All right, let us continue on with my journey.